Okay, hello again and welcome to our live stream. You know what? We're not going to stop until we get this working. So we are going to try everything we can to get this live stream working. And by the way, Toronto Hotspots, this is water. You're funny. Okay, so looks like Crowdcast was giving us some problems. It wasn't working on the tutorial part of my demonstration. So we're here now on Facebook, on YouTube. So hopefully this is working fine. If you can hear me loud and clear, please let me know in the comments box before we get into this tutorial. So it looks like it's on HD. Agante, good to see you. Ahmed, Ratapula from Spain. Excellent. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. I'm really excited again to get started with our Saturday show. I've got some tutorials lined up for you, and also there's quite a few things we need to talk about. Mac University, we need to talk about that as well. And also we're going to be covering the web design formula, which is the course that's going to be coming up. So all that is really coming up on this show. Right, so today's episode is made possible by dvcake.com. Check out the huge selection of Divi themes, layouts, and plugins. The link to that is in the descriptions below. Right, so what we're going to do now is, before we get started, let's dive into the tutorial. So what we'll be talking about today is the importance of designing your website in such a way that it has a different experience for mobile viewers and also for desktop viewers. You will see in my tutorial why this is very important, and this is how you start building intelligent websites which are highly optimized for your visitors. All right, so Jack says the audio is backwards. Right, so for those of you that didn't get that, we were on Crowdcast and it looked like my webcam was backwards. So, all right, good. Okay, so let's dive into the tutorial and let me show you how to do this. So I'm going to switch over now. It is very important to optimize your web pages based on the type of devices people use when they come to your website. So one way of finding out what type of devices people use is to use Google Analytics. So I have this website, Meadowbrown Bakery. So as we go through the stats, it looks good. You know, the traffic is not too bad. But as we come here, we noticed one very interesting thing. And that is the bounce rate. The bounce rate here is very high, and this is not good. Now, if we take a look here at devices of visitors, we see that we have mobile as the majority. So that means this website is probably bouncing because most of the people that are coming to this website don't have a good experience on their mobile device. Now, let's just take a quick look at this website. So here we can see that the design is not too bad, but there's a lot going on here. So on a mobile device, people prefer to just go to that specific thing they want to work on or want to watch or want to read, and it needs to be optimized, nice, easy, and simple to read. So this is probably why. Now, I'll prove this and show you that this is actually why. Okay, so this website here is optimized for mobile. Now, let's take a look at Mac University. Okay, now, of course, we've just launched this website, so you can see the traffic is not too high, but we have enough data for us to take a look at and analyze. So here, if I scroll down, we notice that the bounce rate is 41%. It's not too bad. And then if we come over here to devices of visitors, we notice that this is totally different. This is now desktop. So that means most people that come to this website are visiting this website on desktops, which means it's highly optimized for that. So this is why I am going to show you how to make sure that your website covers for both audiences, desktop and mobile. Right, so let's go and get started with our tutorial. So here, this is just a basic accountant website, but of course, what I am going to show you in this tutorial can work on any type of website. Okay, so we can see here that this is quite a busy website. It's not a bad thing because, of course, we do need to show what this website does, the services, and all that good stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to take a look at the mobile view and the tablet view. So if I come over here, in fact, let's concentrate on the mobile view. So if I click here, we notice that there's a lot to go through here. Okay, there's all this information, the video, all this content to go through. So this may be too much for a very small screen. So what we need to do now is to create sections which only show on mobile devices and some which only show on desktop. Right, so let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to duplicate this because this is the main area that I really want to show. So I'm going to duplicate like that. And then what I'm going to do here on the bottom is I'm going to get rid of things that I don't need. So I'm just going to get rid of this row. So we're going to simplify this. So here on the top, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the module settings of the heading and just make sure that the size is fine. So I'm going to highlight here, click on this brush tool. Right, so we can see here that the text is 49 and 40 on mobile. So what I'm going to do here is just reduce this a little bit. Okay, so I think 24 is better. And then we're going to come over here into the description text as well. I'm going to reduce that to about maybe 16. Okay, so just so that it's just enough to read. So this section that I'm modifying here is the section which is going to be for mobile device users. Right, so the next stage, we can see here that this video here has too much padding. So we need to fix this. So what I'm going to do as well is, in fact, I'm just going to save this for now. Okay, so here, what we're going to do, let's fix the video. So I'm going to click here on this gear icon to go into the video module settings, click on design, sizing. So here we can see it's at 70%. We want to increase this to about 100%. Click on this little icon here. And now you see it looks much better because it's covering more space. Now, if you take a look at the top one here, you can see it has a lot of white space on the sides. So this one here looks much better now. We can actually tweak this even more because we want this to be closer to the top. So let's go to spacing and then let's add a margin. But this time it's going to be a negative margin. So here you can see it's minus 32. I think that's good. I think I'm happy with that. So this is what I want my mobile viewers to see. I'm going to save that. Okay. So what you may also want to do is to come over here to wireframe mode. Right. So here on the wireframe mode, we see that we have this hero. Okay. So you can rename these. So I'm just going to go in here and just say desktop. And then for this one here, I'm just going to call this mobile. Okay. So that's just so that when I come in here, I know exactly where everything is. So what you can do now is you can simply go into this gear icon, advanced, visibility. We want to disable this on desktop and tablet. Okay, so this is only going to show on the phone. So let's go here into our view and let's see how that works. So I'm going to click here. Okay, so that's looking good. Right, so let's save. So on the main section here, we want this to be visible to everyone that visits the site on desktop. So you want to come over here, click on advanced visibility. So we want to disable this on phones. Save that. Move on to the next one. So this one here, we want to disable it on desktop and tablet. Good. Save that. Scroll down here. Let's go into this one. So I'm just double checking here to make sure everything is looking okay. Right. So this one here, disable on phone. So this one here is good. Okay. So I think that's all. I'm going to save this. Okay. So it looks like all these are grayed out. So everything seems to be working okay. But I've just noticed that on the bottom here, this one here is not fixed. So I'm just going to come over here, visibility, disable on phone. And that's how you troubleshoot this. So everything else is grayed out except this one here. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to my desktop view. I'm going to save this, exit the Visual Builder, and then we're going to take a look at this one more time. Right. Okay, so if I right click here and inspect, if I click here on this mobile tab, we see that this is only the information that we see. So when people come to your website with a mobile device or a phone, this is what they see. Everything else is disabled. But if I come back over here to the desktop, everything else is there. Okay, so that's looking great. So let's say you want your contact page also to be simplified. So that your visitors, when they come to your website, they just read the title here and the description, and they play the video so that they have an insight on what your website is about. But of course, it doesn't have to be just video. It could be anything else. Now, when they click the contact us link, again, on mobile devices, you may want to simplify this again. So we're going to come over here. So this is our contact page. So as you can see here, we have quite a lot of information here, quite a lot of information. So you may not need this. So someone knows on the mobile device, he's on the go, he just wants to call, or he just wants to fill in the information. So this is where we get to simplify this as well. So I'm going to come in here, and definitely I'm not going to need most of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate a new section which will have the content that I need. So I'm just going to duplicate this here on the top. And then all I'm going to do here, because this one here is going to be the one which will be accessible to mobile device users. So I'm just going to delete this row. I'm going to delete the schedule appointment. Yeah, this is fine. But all I'm going to add here is a phone number and a form. Okay, so I'm going to click here on this plus button to add a row, single column. I'm just going to close that. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to drag this one here because this has already been created. I'm just going to drag it into position. So now that I have this into position, that's looking good. I'm just going to center everything because I prefer this to be centered because it's going to be on a mobile device. So I'm just going to go into and multi-select this. So here, I'm going to choose this as well. And then click on this gear icon, design, text, and then text orientation, centered. Okay, so this one here has worked okay. Let's fix this one here on the top. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go into each and every one of these. Now, sometimes it's a bit tedious to go in and try and recreate all this. So what you could do is you can actually go in and just delete. In fact, let me save this. You can just delete this and then create your own. Okay, so I'll just click here on this plus button. We're going to call this, this is going to be a text module. So we're just going to say, contact us. Okay, and then we're going to say call on. Okay, let's add a +44. Well, this is not a real number, so don't try and call it. Right, okay, so I've got this now. I'm going to highlight this text. In fact, let me go into the visual tab. I'm going to highlight this text, click on paragraph, and I'm going to make this heading 2. In fact, we can even make it heading 1. And then I'm going to come over here to my design tab, text. We're going to center this. And then the next thing is to style this. So let's start with our heading text, make the text bigger, change the color to white so you can read it nice and easy. And then over here, we can also make it all caps if we need to, and then change this from regular to maybe bold. And then next, we're going to come over here on the number and we're going to increase the text size. Okay, let's make it 20 or 22. In fact, let's make it 20. Okay, let's make it white. And we're going to make this bold as well. Increase some line height. And then I'm going to add some letter spacing so it's easier to read. So I think 2 is fine. Okay, so that's looking good. I'm going to save now. So now we have a form and we have the contact details. Now this background here, you may want to go in and maybe play around with that if you want to make it a bit darker. So I'm just going to come over here and play around with the gradients. So what we could do here is we could go into the colors. Okay, so that's fine. I'm going to save. Right, so now let's go in. As we did before, we want to disable these on mobile devices. So I'm just going to click here on this gear icon, click advanced, visibility, disable on phone. Okay, so that's for the top one, save. Okay, so this one here, of course, we don't want to we want to show this on desktops. So we're going to come over here to this gear icon, advanced, visibility, disable on, desktop, and maybe tablet. In fact, I'll leave tablet as it is. So we disable this on the desktop, save that. And then the maps and all of that, we don't need this on the mobile device. So I'm going to click here on this gear icon, advanced, visibility, disable on, phone. Save that. Moving on, we're going to do the same here. Advanced, visibility, disable on, phone. Save that. Okay, so I think that's all. I'm going to click on publish. Now, before I view this, I'm just going to come over here and just make sure that the grayed out parts are really grayed out. So we can see here that this top part is grayed out and this part here is visible, which is great. And even on the mobile device, these form fields look really nice. That's great. Now, you know, I like paying attention to very little detail. So I can see here that there's a gap here on the top. I want to go in and fix that. So I'm just going to come over here to my row settings, design, sizing. In fact, it's spacing that I need. And the spacing I'm going to adjust is going to be on my phone. Okay. So on the top, I'm just going to add negative margin. I'm just going to drag this dial here until I get to about -40. So that gap has been reduced. Now that looks really nice. I'm going to save that. Okay. I'm going to save the page and then I'm going to exit the Visual Builder. Now let's take a look at this. So you can see here on the desktop, everything looks fine. And then that form now has disappeared here on the desktop view. And that's exactly what we need. Okay. And then over here, I'm just going to right click and inspect this. And now we see that this form can only be viewed on the device. So our website here, when people come to this website from their mobile device, they just see this. They click contact us and they come straight here. So that's how you optimize your web pages for desktops and mobile devices. It is very important to Right, so that is how you set up your website. Monique has just joined us. Good to see you, Monique. Carmen as well, saying good morning. Yeah, it's great to see you all. Fantastic. Right, we were off to a shaky start. We tried to do this live stream on Crowdcast, but we were having issues. First of all, the camera was reversed, and then there was no sound when I was doing the tutorial, so it was just crazy. So we just came back to YouTube, and I kept my fingers crossed because last time I know we had problems, but this time it seems like it went smoothly. So I don't know. What I'll do is I'll try again and set it up for Crowdcast next time, and this time I'll just try and go to their support and find out what the problem was in that regard. But I think this stream was much smoother than what we had with Crowdcast. But like I said, we'll see how it goes. Right. We've covered quite a lot. Any questions so far on what I just covered? We might as well cover those questions. Or do you want to go to the questions later before I do the announcements and updates? Okay. All right. So what we could do is I'll just go into the updates. Just give you an update on what is going on Mac University, the progress, and what we've done so far, and what's coming up. And if you have any questions, of course, you can just post them as the show is continuing. Toronto hotspots. Yes, I saw it, but you know what? I was in the middle of setting up and planning this live stream. So I saw your message. I will sort you out today, definitely. Ahmed says, what plugin do you use for showing the data in the backend? The plugin is called Analytify. That's the name of the plugin. In fact, I have a tutorial lined up where I'll be showing you how to set it up all on your website. So it's a very good plugin. It pulls all that data from Google Analytics and it just displays it in a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way. I really love this, this plugin, and I'll be showing you how you can add this plugin into your own website. Okay, right. Let's talk about Mac University. So first of all, the members forum. I'd like to say thanks to Monique with some tips on how to set up those channels, because everything was all like on the general and it was just so much going on there. So at least there's some order now, but I still need to invite one by one all the paid members into the private group. Okay, so that's where we'll have all our announcements in the private group, and anything that I'd like to share for the members is going to be in that. So even the future workshops that we're going to be doing, they will all be in the private group. Okay, so I'm definitely. Chanel says you can record video too for this topic. Yes, I could do that as well. That's not a problem. That's the next tutorial that we could do on analytics for your website. So I can also do that. No problem. Okay, so that was Slack I was talking about. So any ideas that you have on Slack, please do let me know, because I'm not very experienced with Slack. Slack is our forum that we're using at the moment. So please let me know if you have any tips to make that forum much, much better. Okay, so upcoming workshops. So the upcoming workshops, and the workshops really are private training that is for only the members. So I've been doing a lot of research to try and find out the best way of doing this. I've been looking at Crowdcast, but it looks like today I was having some issues, and I also saw a few comments of people saying the screen was was very blurry. I'm not sure if the issue there is Crowdcast. I may need to run Crowdcast and also Demio one more time and see what is better. If I realize that it's not working very well for us, there's also another paid solution where I could sign up for Vimeo Live. It's going to be a bit pricey. I'm not sure if it's going to be, if I can afford that at the moment at the beginning of this membership website, but that may be the option we'll go with. So we'll go with Vimeo Live. The video quality, I think, is the best out there. And then what we could do is we could have a page on the website which is private for only the members, and then we can stream it that way. And with Vimeo Live, I'll be able to also lock that video so that it's not seen by the public in the Vimeo group. So that's the other option that we could do. So please bear with me. This is going to be up and running soon. For all those paid members, it is coming up. It's just that I just need to find a perfect solution for this. So today I've tried Crowdcast. It's not working very well. I'm also going to try Demio. It's also another platform where we can do these workshops. You can also do one-to-one sessions. So that's something that I'll be trying in the next few days. So perhaps maybe we could do this on the Wednesday, on the Wednesday live show. Try Demio this time and see how that works. Okay. Chanel says, where shall we ask questions, on Slack or in the website live chat box? I think the best place is Slack. The live chat box on the website is only for support. So let's say you're having problems with your membership or something's not working fine. That's what the chat is for. I think it's easier that way, because the chat, I can respond to those and tick as soon as I've responded or solved a problem. Whereas Slack, I think let's keep it more as a forum where we just do our discussions, inspirational stuff. We share layouts and free layouts or free resources and that stuff. So the forum is Slack forum is purely just for our discussions, maybe announcements and stuff like that. But if you want something fixed, or it's a technical support thing or support, then let's use the chat on the website, because I don't want the chat on the website to just be, general chat. That is a more like serious thing for me there, because I want to make sure that everyone that leaves a message there, I can always go in quickly and make sure I've ticked it. Okay, I hope that's clear. Chanel says, can you come live on Facebook secret group? Again, I think we spoke about this before. The group that we've just created, I think it's better for us on Slack, because any paid members, we can actually specify which group they can go into, and if there's any other stuff that we need to share with everyone else, it goes into the general forum. So let's keep everything on Slack. I think going back to Facebook is going to be, too many channels, we're working with, because I'm trying to lessen my work here. I don't have anyone else, helping me out with all these areas that we're trying to build. So I'm trying to get this as stable and as easy to work out as possible, because I don't want to stretch myself out too much, because I want to also continue creating videos, free videos for the YouTube channel, and also paid workshops for all the paid members. So it's very important that I keep this balance and stick to channels that are very easy to use, and that we can provide support easier. Agante says Mac University ? I'm not sure what's your question there, Agante. Venus IT Solutions, good to see you. How you doing? Claudio says makes sense. Okay, but again, like I said, I'm open to suggestions. So if there's things that you want to suggest that can make this whole process better, I'm open to that. You can always add them in Slack or on Slack. Oh, John, good to see you, John. You've been away for a while. Good to see you. Good to see you. Where have you been? Right, I can't pronounce your surname, right? Right. Okay. Questions. Guys, if you can, please just share this live stream, because quite a lot of people won't be able to see this, because I had invited everyone on Crowdcast. So this, if you can share this, I'll really appreciate this. Okay, so I also have a, oh yes, let's talk about the web design formula. So this is the upcoming course, web design formula. I know we touched a little bit about this last time on the live stream, but because the live stream was all over the place, it was just crazy. So I guess while it's working fine now and it's not buffering, let's cover that. Okay, Agante says, what's the name of the Slack channel? In fact, you know what? Let me add it in here for you. I created a short link. Right. Right, so for those of you that haven't joined the Slack channel, this is our community place where it's all about talking about web-related stuff, marketing-related stuff, inspiration, sharing ideas, asking questions, and all that good stuff. So for those of you on the stream right now who are not on our community channel, that link in the show notes will take you straight to Slack. So just sign up for that, and you'll see there's over 100 and probably 130 now that have already signed up. So go ahead and do that. Toronto hotspots. You know what? When I first went on to Slack, it was overwhelming for me. It was just crazy. But as I was using it, and as I was getting some tips on how to use it, I actually kind of like it. I think it's really, really good. So I would say try it out again and see how it works for you. Claudia here has sent in a link. Let's take a look. Not sure if this will take us to the same place. Yes, it does. Okay, so Claudio, thank you very much for that. I'll show the link. Right, so I have Slack here open. So what I'm going to do is let's just go through this quickly and I'm going to show you how this works. Okay, so this is the Slack channel. Right, so how this works is, I hope it's clear. In fact, you know what? Let me try and zoom in so that you can see this much better. Okay, I think that's better. All right, so this is the Slack channel. And this is our community place where, you know, there's questions. So if you come over here to, where is it? The general tab. This is where everything is. You can see here, I have this announcement for Crowdcast. So this is where we were supposed to be live streaming earlier on today, but that didn't work out very well. So this is where I can post. This is where I can post any messages in the general tab. But of course, ideally, we don't want to use the general because there's so much going on. As you can see here, you know, a lot of people are, you know, posting stuff. So it's very difficult to find things. Okay. So what you want to do is to go to a specific channel. Okay. So introductions here, if you're brand new, this is where you introduce yourself. So come in here into introductions, introduce yourself, type your message there. And everyone will be able to welcome you there and I'll be able to see this as well. Okay. Inspiration. If you have anything you want to share, you come over here to the inspiration tab. You post all your inspiration stuff. Okay. Members. So these are just the general members on the website. So those few that have just bought the Divi course, maybe that could be, you know, the channel that this could be the space that you can add, you know, all that stuff here. Okay. Plugins, this is where we can discuss plugins. Like, for example, today I was talking about the analytics plugin. This is where we can add plugins, where to find them and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Now, this Mac Hue members, this is Mac University members. Okay. So this is where this is private. So everyone else won't see this. This is for the paid members, lifetime members, and also paid members. So those of you who are paying every single month, this is where you would come in. I'll be doing specific announcements for what we'll be doing for the membership, and I will also be sharing, you know, stuff that pertains to pretty much the Mac University members. So this is where it is. General, of course, I've already spoken about this. There's also Divi questions. So any Divi related question can come over here. So it makes things easier. Now here on the courses, this is where I get to announce what courses are coming out, when, and that kind of stuff. And announcements, this is where I get to announce what is coming out. So let's say I've just released a tutorial on YouTube. This is where you'll see all the announcements there. So be sure to go on the announcements and check that out. So pretty much that's all that there is to Slack. I think this is much, you know, easier way to communicate. So these are all the members here. And as you can see here at the way at the top, where are they? I think it's general. Okay, we can see here there's 158 members already on this group. So there's quite a lot of people here. So let's keep it active. Let's keep it exciting. And anything that we need to do in regards to the members or just general chat, this is what we need to use. I hope that is clear. Okay, let's take a look here. I'm just taking a look here at the questions. Right. Toronto hotspots, was that clear enough, or is there anything else you want to ask specifically about Slack after this quick demo that I've just done? So let me know if there's anything I need to talk about. Okay, so we've spoken about Slack. Now let's talk about the upcoming course. So last time we spoke about what could be coming up next. Now that we know that WordPress 5, the release date is, we don't even know what the release date is now. So that's kind of frustrating because most of the courses that I'd planned out are all based on the foundation of WordPress. So I wanted to get all the courses up and running with the brand new WordPress 5 because chances of that changing anytime soon, will be after maybe a couple of years. Because if you bear in mind that the WordPress that we have now has been there for almost 10 years. So I don't think they'll be making another change after this Gutenberg. So it's a bit disappointing that we don't have the exact date. So this is holding back the courses that I'm supposed to be doing. Now, I had suggestions from some of the members that I could start with the web design formula because this is going to be the signature course for Mac University. Okay, this is going to be a groundbreaking course because it's going to cover, quite a lot of things that relates to designing professional websites. So all the professional websites you see out there, you probably, appreciate how they were designed, but you have no idea maybe about the process of how those design decisions were made. So we'll be going through branding, how to use colors for whatever projects they are and how to choose the colors, how to apply them onto your website, how to use, and at a later stage, I'll be also using Divi's color algorithm because that's also a very, very good tool which will help you which will help you manage colors effectively while you're designing your website. We're also going to be talking about typography, layouts, images, the rule of thirds, how to crop all your images, how to stylize them. So it's going to be an extensive course, and the price point to that is going to be around $497 because it's going to be a massive course. And this will be the course which is a step-up course from maybe learning the fundamentals of Divi. So this is like a course for anyone that wants to go into freelancing, or anyone that wants to design a professional website for themselves, wants to build templates or wants to build layouts. This web design formula will be the course for you. Now, that's just the design side of things that I've covered. Now, to make a website work, you also need other elements. These are how to market your website. So I'll also be covering blogging, how to get traffic to your website, the types of blogging you can do, how to optimize your layout, your website for blogging, for maximum exposure. And then I'll also be talking about SEO. SEO is huge. How do you optimize your website for keywords and how to get traffic to your website? So this is going to be the web design formula. So as suggested by the members, and thank you again for that because it gives me something to work on. So as suggested by the members, I'm going to start with the topics that don't need WordPress. Okay, so I'm going to start with the modules that don't need WordPress, publish those, and then as time goes on, when WordPress comes out, I will then start adding those courses there. So, but this is how we're going to start, because perhaps you can start using these principles into your current web design project. So I guess it's a good idea, by the way. So that's what's going to happen with the web design formula. Now, I need to also emphasize that the web design formula itself, the course, the price is going to be around the $497 mark. And the reason being, it's going to be an extensive course. It's going to have quite a lot going on in there. There's going to be a lot of work being put in there. So it's going to be around the $497 mark. Now, for those paid members, okay, the monthly paid members and the lifetime members, when you see this price, don't be surprised, don't get shocked, because you are going to get this absolutely free, okay? So this course will be absolutely free for you, because you are an ongoing member, and also if you took advantage of the lifetime member. So all these upcoming courses are going to be there for everyone to access. So that's going to be, the advantage of becoming the Mac University member. Okay, so Merge Design Formula, that's going to be what we'll be working on. In the meantime, I'll also be doing some short tutorials, some workshops. So those will be announced in the channels, and I'll be letting you know when those will be coming up. So let me just take a quick look here. It looks like we have some questions. Shanos also says, any Gutenberg update? The update is we have no idea now when it's going to be released. When it was supposed to be the 27th of November, but of course, WordPress announced that they won't be releasing that, and the release date now is basically indefinite. We don't know when it's going to be released. So sad. Right, I was really looking forward to that. Right, let's take a look here. You know what's crazy? This live stream is so stable compared to last weekend. I don't even know what I've done or what I've changed. Right. Okay. So let's talk about the Mac University one-time offer. Now, this one-time offer is still available because what was happening after the launch is a lot of people were finding it difficult to join Mac University. So for those of you who haven't joined Mac University yet, you can see here the benefits are huge. Any or all upcoming courses are the paid courses. You're going to get free access to that. Or not free access, but you'll be part of your membership. So if you're not a member, you'll be paying, for the actual price of the courses. So that's the advantage of becoming a member. So we're trying to grow this community, and I'm going to try and give you as much as I can to help you build awesome professional looking websites. And as I work on even more projects, I'll also be sharing, my tips on how to achieve that. In fact, when I started the Mac University website, membership website, I thought it was just going to be very easy. As some of you know, this idea came about, I think it's been 2 weeks now, on the live stream. And I just thought I'll just go in, design the website, and it's going to be fine, fast. But you know what? That was far from the truth. I've learned a lot in these 2 weeks. In fact, I barely slept. Yesterday was sort of like the first day I really had a good sleep because there was a lot that needed to be done. So I'll just give you a few examples, right? A few examples. We'll go into this into more detail. And this is why it's important to be a Mac University member. So when I set up the website, the membership website, of course, I promote MemberPress. It's good. It works fine. It does a very good job. So this is what I'm using on the website. So I didn't know that if you build a membership website, it does not connect to your mailing list. So let me explain what I mean by this. So let's say Mac University here, the website, someone comes in and subscribes for a membership. Let's say it's a monthly membership, $5 every month membership. So when they sign up, over here, I also have an email autoresponder where I basically broadcast emails, let you guys know when things are happening, if the tutorials, courses out, if the tutorials out, or any updates that I need to do. All that is controlled by ConvertKit. So I use ConvertKit for that. It's really, really powerful. It's amazing. It's an amazing, amazing tool. So ideally, the scenario here would be if someone signs up to be a member on Mac University, it has to let ConvertKit know that there's a new member that has signed up. Apparently, there is no connection there. Your membership website will work fine. It will connect to ConvertKit. It will add members there. But as people are signing up onto your website, you need to connect, you need to find a connection for these two. So there's a plugin called WP Fusion that I had to buy. It's about $250. It's quite expensive, but it's really, really powerful. Now that plugin allowed me now to add users between my ConvertKit and also my website. It syncs everything between the two. So all members will be synced to the website, and whatever is on the website will be synced back to ConvertKit. So when I was having problems with this, I would find duplicate accounts where someone maybe initially signed up for the free WordPress course, and now that they've become a member, when they go into their dashboard, sometimes they only see WordPress and then they don't see the other courses. So it was a headache, even though they had paid. The other problem that I came across was PayPal and what's the other one? Stripe had to be set up a specific way to accept these memberships. Now, for those of you, even on this live stream, you may recall we had a very serious problem. In fact, every single subscriber, Mac University subscriber, had this problem. So they would come in, pay for their membership, but not have access to what they've just paid for. So this is a big deal. So you can imagine launching this. I mean, I'm glad this wasn't like a massive launch with thousands of people, because I had to go in manually one by one and fix this problem. So first of all, I had to go to PayPal, make sure that the connection was set correctly, and then go to Stripe, set it correctly with the IPN keys and all that stuff, and API secrets. So once that all was set up, I had to go back to each and every subscriber, paid subscriber, one by one, and modify the account to make sure that they have access to everything that they've paid for. So this was a pain, because for a couple of days, I haven't been sleeping, making sure that everyone has access to this. And I also like to say to everyone out there, thank you very much for being patient with me, because I know some of you who had paid, had no access, and were eager to learn, didn't have any access. And sometimes I had to tell people to re-sign up for this. And that was just extra steps, which I know that it took a lot of patience from you guys to really help me support this. So I really want to thank you for that. And today I'll also be doing some refunds. There's some of you that have tried this more than 4 or 5 times. I'll be doing those refunds as well for those initial payments. But everything seems stable now. Anyone that does not have access to their membership, please let me know. Go on to macuniversity.com. Bottom right, there's a chat there. Let's communicate via chat if you have any technical issues with your membership. That way, it's easier. We can work on that much easier. Okay, I can see already on the introductions here we have Jake. Good to see you. So it's working great now. Excellent. Right, let's take a look. Do you have any questions here? Shanu, I think I fixed it. I think I fixed the membership problem. But if you're still having problems, let me know. Just go on to the chat thing, the chat box. Let's fix it. But I remember manually going into there, fixing it. But if you're still having problems, go to Mac University and I'll be able to help you with that. Right. John says, big learning curve. You look great, slim and trim. You know what? I've been really working out because sometimes I find it very difficult to sleep. So when I go to the gym and work out, it makes me really tired, and then it makes it easier for me to sleep. So I guess this is working well for me in the sense that I'm getting fit and also getting sleep. So I'm going to try and continue doing that. Okay, Shanu, just go into the chat box because after this live stream, I might forget. So if you go to the chat box, I'll always see that query. So please go ahead, go into the chat box and leave that message there, and I'll be able to fix it for you because I found the solution now. I know how to fix it now. Whereas before, it was just crazy. You know, I was finding it very, very difficult to fix it. Right. So, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Is there anything that you want to cover? Okay, right. I'm also thinking of doing 2 webinars, and these webinars are going to be a list building workshop. This is for the members only list building workshop. I think it's important for you to connect some sort of way of collecting emails, collecting your leads. In fact, they're called leads, not just emails. And I want to show you how to automate this whole system because in the past couple of days, I have learned a lot on ConvertKit. In fact, I underestimated how ConvertKit, the power of ConvertKit until yesterday. So let me just give you a scenario here. So let's say you initially come to Mac University, you sign up for the free WordPress course. Now, after signing up for the free WordPress course, let's say down the line, you decide, you know what? You want to be a member of Mac University. So what happens is now you have your name on 2 lists. So this can be a problem because when sending out emails, now you have on your name, now you have a subscriber to the free WordPress course. Now you're also a subscriber to Mac University. So now with these 2 subscriptions, it can be a problem when you're trying to automate systems or automate your emails. So what ConvertKit allows you to do is you can set a rule to say when someone signs up signs up for the free WordPress course, if they have Mac University membership, then remove free WordPress course tag. So this cleans up the whole system for you automatically. So as soon as someone signs up, if they're already a member of, Mac University, that tag is now removed by that condition. I know it sounds very confusing as I'm explaining it now. It needs to be in a tutorial, but you can set up basic things. Another scenario could be, let's say you have a list of your prospects or your leads. You want to send them automated emails, maybe a welcome email, maybe another email telling them of the features or the specials that you have, your deals, right, that you might have or upcoming, or maybe coupon codes. So this could be automated emails that you can set up. Now, you can trigger some events here. So let's say someone buys from those emails. It then adds that person onto the column of the buyers. So it removes them from the normal leads, adds them onto the buyers. So this is done automatically again using this system. So it's very, very powerful. Right now I have thousands of emails, and you can imagine trying to do this one by one. It would be basically impossible. You know, you can't do this. So it's important that you have some sort of a basic system. In fact, what we can do is I can show you how to set up this on your website, and then also show you how to add basic automations. And by the end of tomorrow or Monday, there's also a ConvertKit course, a full course on how to use ConvertKit. It's going to be in the members. Again, this is going to be free for subscribers, membership subscribers. Okay, so that course is going to be there as well. So if you do need to go in and learn a bit more about the course, you can always go in and check it out. I'm also going to do a workshop on a Divi beginners webinar. This is basically a bare bones beginner course because there's quite a lot of you now that have bought Divi, especially during the Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale. In fact, the sale is still on if you want to buy Divi. So let's say they want to just get up and running, just know the ins and outs of Divi without actually watching all these long tutorials. So this is what this workshop is all about. It's going to be a free one just to get everyone up and running, so we're all on the same page, because sometimes it's difficult for me to cover all these complicated topics. So it leaves everyone else, you know, way behind, because they haven't really sort of like taken a look at the basics. So this is basically a Divi beginner course. Beginner workshop. Probably about an hour. It gets you up and running with Divi. So that's what this is all about. I'm going to be putting it out there. So for anyone that joins Mac University, it's always a good idea to watch that first, get you up to speed, and then I think everything else that I'll be teaching on the platform and all my tutorials, it'll be quite easy to understand. Right. Oh. Claudio has a very, 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 very good suggestion here. And the suggestion is, how about a channel where everyone can share their sites they made with Divi? I love that. I love that. You know what? I'm going to add that channel. I'm not sure what we can call it. Guys, give me some ideas here. What can we call that channel? Can we call it Spotlight maybe? Where you can show all your websites that you've designed with Divi? Maybe Spotlight. I don't know. What suggestions do you have? I can actually create Showcase. Okay, let's call it Showcase. Ahmed, thank you for that. So let me see if I can do it quickly here. Showcase. Right. Okay. Showcase. The channel is there. Excellent. So the Showcase channel is there. Go in now and check it out. So you can start adding all your websites that you've designed using Divi. That's a very, very good suggestion. Thanks for that. Right. Okay. So I think we've covered everything here. We're coming up to about an hour now on the channel. So let's round up the show. Any more questions? Any more questions? I'm happy to answer those. Any more questions? Okay, so if you don't have any questions, let's finalize by saying the Divi Cyber Monday sale is still on. I have a link in the comments box, so check it out. It's 25% off. So this is your great opportunity of getting this Divi. So the link to that is in the description. Also, if you want to join the community, the Mac University community, there's also a link in the show notes. You can go ahead and join the Slack channel. I think I've did a quick demo showing you how the Slack channel works and how it is. There's quite a lot of members there, so check it out. The one-time offer, as I mentioned, is extended. So I'll probably shut it down probably tomorrow or Monday. So for those of you that were having problems signing up for the Mac University membership, it's only $5 a month. And after this offer is gone, it's going to be $17. And after that, to be honest with you, it's never going to be back to $5. This is just for the initial launch of Mac University. Because if you look at all the other memberships out there, and the value that I'll be adding to this, to be honest, I don't think $5 a month will be worth it. I would need hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people to sign up for this to be worthwhile. So $5 is just an entry-level initial launch. After this, it's going to be $17. If there's going to be an offer after that, it's probably because maybe someone has bought a course and I'm giving them an offer, which will basically come down to maybe $9, but never below $9. And I guess this is a fair price. In fact, I discussed this here on the channel and I think it's okay. It's fair. Also, if you want a lifetime membership, again, this is going to be a one-off. It's $147 one-off, and that will just give you access to pretty much everything. I also have a lot of ideas. I'll be sharing all those ideas in the memberships. You will be able to see this in your dashboards as you log in. So I'll be adding all the updates in there. Right. Monique says ConvertKit tutorial will be helpful. Yes. Yes. ConvertKit is fantastic. It's simple. It's very, very easy to use. You'll be amazed at how easy it is to use. I really love it, you know? Right. There's also a question here from Ahmed saying, can you install Slack app on mobile desktop? Yes, absolutely. I have Slack on my phone. So sometimes when I'm up and about, I can always go into my phone and, you know, see all the communication on my phone. So it does have that option, definitely. Okay, so thank you very much for tuning in. What I'm going to do today as well is this tutorial that I've just done, I'm going to edit separately on the channel, on my YouTube channel, and also on Mac University as a blog post. So instead of watching this whole 1 hour, I'm also going to add the tutorial part, which shows you how to optimize your website for mobile devices and also for desktops. All right, everyone, thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate your time. And I will see you again on Wednesday. So Wednesday, we'll also have a live show, same time, 6 a.m. Eastern. And then we can, I will let you know in the forum what topic we'll be covering. Perhaps it's going to be maybe the analytics. So I can show you how to add analytics onto your website. All right, guys, thank you very much for tuning in to each and every one of you. Thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. I'll see you again on Wednesday, 6 a.m. Eastern. Take care. Have a good weekend.